There's the blooper to start the video. Hello! It's another What I Eat in a Day video. I've been loving these videos lately because you guys have been loving them, and we're doing it again. I'm gonna show you what I eat. Another day of eating. What I eat changes all the time because of what I do for my job. Food is my job, filming these videos is my job, developing recipes, writing cookbooks. All of that is, you know, it brings a lot of different recipes and foods into my house. So I don't have like a specific way of eating other than I just eat what's in my house and what's left over from these shoots. So today's video is sponsored by Evive. I am obsessed with these guys. They have been making eating so easy for us. Again, like I said, cooking is my job. It can be a lot, it can be super overwhelming, and some days I just want, you know, really healthful, delicious meals, but I don't want to take the time to do all the prep and work that's involved with it. So I'm super excited about a new product from Evive. They are Evive lunch bases. So they have 3 different types for 3 different flavor profiles that you can use to create like a 3-step lunch or a 3-step dinner. They're like a sauce, and then you can do whatever you want with it, which is awesome. You can create bowls, soups, pasta dishes with these guys. They're so good. I'm going to show you today how I like to incorporate them into my day, especially the really busy days where I'm on camera all day, from, you know, getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning and being go until sometimes midnight. So I don't have a lot of time, and that's what I'm gonna take you through that today. So thank you so much to Evive for sponsoring vegan creators just like me. And yeah, there's going to be some great stuff in the description box before I forget. There is a promo code down there, so definitely check out some goodies down there and find out how you can get some easy 3-step lunches or breakfast. They also have smoothies delivered right to your door. All right, so for breakfast, Louie and I have been loving these Evive smoothie cubes. So it's blenderless smoothies. So, you know, if you don't have a high-speed blender at home or you just want them on the go, you can just pop the cubes into a shaker and let them sit for 20 minutes with your favorite liquid, and then just shake them up and enjoy them. So I like to do that first thing in the morning, let them sit there until we're ready to eat, drink, and make my coffee. So I'm gonna do these first. I mean, of course, if you have a high-speed blender, you can use the blender. I mean, I've definitely, if I'm in a rush, you know, using all of the ingredients that are in here, which are fruits and vegetables and proteins in some of them. I just throw the cubes in the blender with some water and I'm good to go. It's a lot easier than taking out like a package of fruit and a package of protein powder and a package of greens, and it's just one-stop shop. So I'm gonna start with that and then make myself an iced coffee, fake coffee, drink some water, and then drink these when I'm ready to go. Because, and I'll tell you what, I can't eat first thing in the morning. It's just, it makes me feel sick. I don't know why that is, so this has been perfect for me. You're just gonna pop them out, throw them into, I'm using mason jars. If you have shakers, you can use that. They have a branded one that's specifically for this that you can, of course, always buy. And then some days I do this with water, other days I do it with like a soy milk or an almond milk, oat milk, whatever, coconut water some days. The flavors I'm using today are the, I think this is pronounced sapphire or saphir, and then the tuk-tuk. So the tuk-tuk is mango, pineapple, apricot, filtered water, sea buckhorn berry, pea protein, turmeric, orange, lemon, and then the vegetable blend has spinach, broccoli, carrot, tomato, beet, shiitake, and then a little bit of stevia leaf for flavor. The sapphire or saphir, which is one of my favorite ones because it kind of reminds me of like a fruity lemonade, but not lemonade. I don't know. It reminds me of like my favorite juice. So that's banana, apple, pineapple, cauliflower, coconut cream, lemon juice, pea protein, blue spirulina, baobab, I think is how you pronounce it, orange, and then the vegetables for this, the dehydrated vegetables, are again spinach, broccoli, carrot, tomato, beet, shiitake, and then a little bit of stevia. And you guys know that I don't love stevia, it's not my favorite sweetener, but I barely taste it in these, which is amazing. A lot of protein powders that I buy, we've talked about this before. I hate the taste because of the stevia. A lot of pre-made smoothies I don't like because of the stevia flavor. In this, it doesn't taste like stevia to me at all. I can't even tell that it's there, which is fantastic. So I think with these, I'm going to, one's for Louis and one's for me. He likes a bit of extra calories, so I'm going to put some plant-based milk in this one and water in this one. So definitely make sure that you are recycling your packaging. They are completely recyclable, which is great because a lot of this kind of softer plastic for a lot of companies you can't recycle. But I've also seen makeup artists reuse these as like palettes, which is a pretty cool idea. And now that I'm thinking about it, for like shoots to put spices in, this could be really helpful as well and could look really cool on camera. So I'm gonna save a couple of these and then recycle the rest. So I've kind of marbled both of the flavors together. You can layer them as well. I find that if you add water to one though, it's a little bit more liquidy because it's harder to measure. So marbling is a fun way to do that. But it just like makes your breakfast fun. I mean, what else do we have going on these days? The flavors are really, really good. And if you want, like you're super active, they have more like sport themed ones with higher protein and whatnot in them. So I'm gonna bring Louis his. I'm gonna do a little bit of work. Molly's here. So we're going to get some work done. Kevin is on meds because he just got surgery, so I'm gonna give Kevin his meds. And then I'll see you at lunchtime. Oh, I'm sorry to have to wake you. Oh, big stretch. So the little man just had his eye fixed. He had little eye surgery. He needs painkillers and anti-inflammatories. So we're gonna do the anti-inflammatory. Hi, he spends most of his time sleeping, and that's about it, which is all I would do if I just had surgery too. Good boy. It's okay, it's okay. Oh, we got it. There's a little bit left. Got it. A struggle every time. He really hates it. You're such a brave little soldier. Although I did want to point out that thanks to this surgery, he does have a pretty epic scene kid haircut. Like he really likes to listen to The Used and My Chemical Romance with his emo haircut. Pretty sure I had a version of this haircut when I was in high school. All right. So today we have a shoot day, so as you can tell, there's lots of stuff happening. So I like to keep the meals really quick and easy. This is really great if you are working from home, which I'm sure most of you are, and you can just, you know, throw the recipes together in something like an Instant Pot. I'm going to make like a tom yum soup kind of, but with rice. So think of it as like Thai-inspired chicken and rice soup, except instead of chicken, I'm using tofu, and I am using the Tom Thai lunch bases from Avive. These are amazing. They have 3 different kinds, and they're just little frozen cubes, and you can use the whole wheel or just half the wheel, depending on what you're making. This one specifically, because it has the flavors of Thailand, I guess, because it has like Thai-inspired flavors, you can do, you know, curries with it, or soup with it, or like tofu with it, whatever you want. I like to use it to make a soup right in the Instant Pot, as well as curries. That's what we're gonna do today. Super simple. We're gonna throw in our vegetables. We're gonna throw in some cubes of this guy, set it, forget it, and come back when it's done and you're hungry. I'm going to start with my veggies. So just heating up some oil in my Instant Pot. And then the base is, you know, the base for most of my soups, which is celery, as well as carrots, a little bit of salt to sweat the vegetables. I'm just going to mix that around for a couple minutes. What's great about these Avive lunch wheels is that, or lunch bases, is that they also, I mean, you can pretty much have any meal in 3 steps. They're super healthful, they're easy, they're really tasty. So, I mean, we're all spending a lot of time at home. You probably would like to spend less time in the kitchen. We're all going through something, so, you know, having whether it's lunch or dinner in like 3 steps or a couple recipes with, you know, all the really intricate parts of the recipe are already done. For me, it's always the sauce. Like the sauce, it always takes like 10 different ingredients, and there's nuance, and it takes time. And so if you already have the sauce or a base, you can make a soup out of it, you can make a bowl out of it, and that's why I've been really loving those. They also have accompaniments, so pre-cooked pasta and quinoa, rice, cauliflower. So if you have both of those, all you have to do is throw in your vegetables. All right, so we sweat our veggies. Now I'm going to throw in my tofu cubes. I mean, if you have your favorite plant-based, like chicken substitute, you can use that as well, but I always have tofu at home, and it's less processed than a lot of, you know, that chicken stuff, and it's less expensive. I mean, one package of tofu can be as cheap as $1.99, and I mean, the most expensive tofu I think I've ever seen has been like $5. It's a nice, economic way of cooking your lunches as well, instead of using, you know, kind of a lot of the pre-packaged vegan proteins, like the chickens and stuff. All right, so I've added the tofu. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my rice. I'm using brown rice. You can use whatever rice you have. I have uncooked rice, but again, you can use cooked rice if you're using leftovers. I love to use the leftovers in my fridge. So a lot of the time I'll make this soup with rice that's already been cooked that I need to use up. I'm going to add in the water, and of course, where is it? And of course, my Tom Thai lunch base. So I'm just going to add in the whole wheel. You don't have to use the whole wheel depending on what you're cooking and for how many people. I like to just submerge the little cubes here. So I'm going to pressure cook that for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to let the pressure release naturally, which will take anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes. And then it'll just stay warm for whenever you're hungry. You can also do this in a slow cooker as well if you want that. I mean, you can do it on your stove too, but why do that when you can just do it in this self-contained cooking machine? So I'm going to leave this, go do something, and when it's ready, I can come back, and what I'm going to add is some coconut milk to add some, I love fats in all of my soups. It's a nice way to carry flavor, and coconut in Thai is just so necessary in my personal opinion. And then we are going to top it with some cilantro, some tomatoes, some green onion, and a little bit of lime. I mean, again, you can use whatever vegetables that you want. This is just what I happen to have in the fridge. Okay, so I'm taking this lid off. Ooh, this looks so tasty. The edamame in here. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, I'm going to stir in some coconut milk. And in terms of the coconut milk, add as much as you want. I mean, sometimes I want a creamier, rich, I want it on my sweater. That's what I want. A creamy, richer soup, and sometimes I want one that's a little bit thinner. And that guy's ready, so let's eat some lunch. If you keep this, if you have leftovers, when you reheat this, you may have to add some additional water or broth just because there's rice in this soup. So it will thicken up. Same way if you make soup with some noodles, you might have to thin it out again if you reheat it. Oh, she's so pretty. And I am going to plate it with some cilantro. You can also mix this in if you want to into the entire soup, but I like to throw lots of it on top. Some halved tomatoes, just kind of on the side here, and some green onion. I love, 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 love green onion. And then I like to serve it with a squeeze of lime, so just some lime on the side. And there you go. Grab your gold spoon because must we? Trying to make money so that you can have expensive dog food. All right, grab your gold spoon because you're a queen and eat your lunch. Although this is gonna be really hot, so I really should let it sit for a second. It's hot. It's so good. This is so tasty. Yeah, I'm excited I made enough to have leftovers because I'm definitely having this again tomorrow. I guess we'll see you at dinner or snack. One of the two, whatever I decide to have next. Okay, it's snack time. We're doing some food photos, but now I'm hungry. So, this is my fridge. It's a mess. I love to make these breakfast bars. I call them breakfast bars. They're homemade granola bars. I did a recipe not too long ago and they were the chocolate version. These ones are, I like to think of them as an oatmeal cookie in a bar. So this is oatmeal, raisin, cinnamon, agave, maple syrup, no, agave, coconut oil, and Rice Krispies, which gives them the best texture. Just make them. I have a recipe for it on my blog. They will be the best granola bars you've ever had. Honestly, I stopped buying granola bars a long time ago because I just found them to either be really bad for me or the healthy ones are super dry. You never quite get the right flavor, so that's why I make these. And they stick together. All right, for dinner, we're going to do more Vibe lunch cubes. I know it says mac squash lunch, but really great for lunches, but also weeknight dinners, especially if you have a family or like me, you have a partner that eats like a family of four. For these, I mean, this is mac squash, so it's kind of like a cheesy squash blend. You can do mac and cheese with it by adding noodles, obviously. You can do like a squash soup with it, but one thing I like to do is a cheesy, like scalloped potato slash gratin. Just using potatoes, which I've already prepped. So again, a lot of these meals I like to prep in advance. So with the potatoes, you can slice potatoes and just keep them in water so that they don't go brown. And you can do that, you know, in the morning or when you're making lunch and already chopping things and you don't want to chop again for dinner, you can do that. So I'm going to use this as the creamy sauce along with soy milk, and to thicken it up so it's kind of like a bechamel, I'm going to use some cornstarch. And then this is completely optional, but I'm going to sprinkle, I just have it, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of vegan non-dairy cheese on top. So that's the plan. So I'm going to start with just greasing my casserole dish. And this is just, you know, plant-based margarine. It's cheap and cheerful, does the job. We eat a lot of toast in this house. And then what I'm going to do for my sauce, you can do this over like a pot on the stove, but I love my blender, so I'm just gonna use my blender. All right, so just add your cubes. I just ran them under a little bit of hot water to make them a bit easier to push out. And then adding the almond milk or soy milk, whatever plant-based milk is your favorite, and some cornstarch. We're gonna add some salt and pepper and just blend that together. Now we can make, well, the casserole gratin scalloped potatoes dish. I'm going to layer about 1/3 of the potatoes just on the bottom, overlapping the edges, to get like a nice potatoey floor. And then I will layer it with 1/3 of the sauce that we created, and then we'll just continue that over and over and over again. Okay, now I'm just going to top this with a little bit of dairy-free cheese. Again, the sauce is pretty cheesy on its own, but if you have it, use it. Why not? So I had a little bit left, not really enough to do anything else with it, like in a full recipe, except for top something. So, and then I'm gonna top it and throw it into the oven. I would check on it at about 45. It could take anywhere between 45 and 60 minutes to cook, just depending on your oven and whether it's convection, or, you know, there's so many differences now. So definitely check out 45. And then I like to serve this. I mean, I will eat this on its own just because I love potatoes. And that'll be like a full meal for me. But you can serve this alongside any of your favorite vegan proteins, tofu, pre-made seitan, or seitan that you've made. Some like chicken substitute is nice. Or eat it on its own. Oh, or alongside some greens or something. All right, oven time. All right, I've taken off the foil and just let it crisp a little bit on the top here, but it's been an hour and this is ready to go and it is looking absolutely delicious. So let's take it out of the oven. Oh, so cheesy and squashy and delicious. It's the ultimate comfort food. That's all I want. It's so cold here in Canada right now. Like, my skin is dry from the inside heat, but it's also like in pain outside because it's so cold. So this is all I want. It's that warm you from the inside out type of dinner. I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of parsley. And what I like to do is when I take it out of the oven, I like to let it sit for about 10 minutes just to settle a little bit. It makes it easier to take it out in one piece as opposed to lifting it out and it going everywhere. If you like some spices, you can always add a little bit of chili flakes, plus it looks really pretty. But there you go. I mean, this took no steps whatsoever. A handy dandy helper to slice my potatoes for me. Yeah, this was so quick, so easy, everything in the blender, and having all of those, you know, spices and veggies and everything in the Avive lunch base already, it's a no-brainer. Super nutritious, really delicious, super easy to make. See, when you let it sit, you can get it out in one beautiful piece with layers. It's going to be really, really hot, so be careful. But the crispy bits, those are my favorite. I like a nice, crispy little bit. And then it's nice and soft and just decadent and beautiful on the inside. Get all that. Oh, the kid's up. Have you met my lamp? You're going too fast. Poor little Kev. All right. I mean, what's not to love? It's cheesy potatoes. Oh yes, that is exactly what I needed. You know what? I could let the scalloped potato gratin situation just lull me to sleep. Full belly potatoes, taking a nap, that is my heaven. That's basically what I eat during the day. I mean, I might have cereal or something later while I'm watching, I don't know, a show, a murder show. But generally, this is kind of what my day looks like. Thank you so much to Avive for sponsoring today's video. Definitely check them out. They have great plans, starting at 12 meals a week, and I think ending at 36. So you can, you know, plan your breakfast with their awesome smoothie, smoothie bases. They're so good. I don't even need a blender to, you know, enjoy them. And then their lunches, I mean, they have these awesome accompaniments that are like pre-cooked pastas and rices and whatever. So you don't have to worry about anything if you are super busy, or, you know, you got a family of kids with Rugrats running around. Makes it nice and simple. So I'm going to leave a bunch of information about them in the description box. Please do support them and use that code so that they know that we sent you. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time. Oh, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you have a request for a video, you can leave that in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's it. You can go now. Bye.